Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today we have got the new Danessa Myricks Freedom Palette Pastel Dreams. I was on this real quick as soon as I could get it. Hard to get in Australia, but I did find it. Before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's go play. Okay, so as I said, the new Danessa Myricks Freedom Pastel Dream came out. This came in a big box, heavily wrapped again. There was no way the packing on this was brilliant. I picked it up off a Beauty Bliss in Australia. I will have it linked below. But this is the new palette. Oh, my fingers are over it already. And look at that. So we have 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. It comes with the magnetic cover. It was $88 and it comes with the pouch, just like the other Freedom Work palette came. So this is the same size as the cover there. And just like this version that has these in it, you can stack them up and you can pop them out and select what shades you want in there, which is fantastic. I haven't tried this yet. I haven't stuck my finger in it despite wanting to. We're just going to play. I'm not sure how many looks I'm going to create. I'm thinking that I will do just very basic to start with, very basic 2 and done looks. And then I will play in, so we'll have 3 of that, and then I might do my usual, see how many I can stick in one. Alright. As I said, $88. Whilst I have not used this yet, as per her other palettes, I'm really hoping I'm not let down by this as I'm grabbing brushes, because my hopes are that these are a product that I want to buy every time. I love her products, her eyeshadow palettes. They make me very, very excited, and not even Natasha does it quite like she does for me at the moment. So we will start with, I just want to show you, look at this, can you see this highlight here? This is a Danessa Myricks product. It is her Unbothered blush lighter. I have got it over a cream blush, but it is this. So that's what's picking up that beautiful highlight there, but not so much straight on. So we'll start with the green. This Duo Shift, can you see that? I just want to bring these shifty colours up. Let's see. They don't translate on camera because this looks very green when you look at it. Then you can see how it looks on camera, how it's got the blue and the silvery gold. So going in first up. As I said, these first 3 looks will be very, very basic. We're just going to show the ease of use with this. Now I'm using a fluffy brush at the moment. Just diffuse up and out. Now, because this is pastel, you're not going to get a huge amount of depth, but can we create a bit of depth with it? So I'm going to get a little bullet brush because I will use that under my eye in a minute. I'm not tapping it off because I'm pressing it onto the eye here. Just to get a, see how that's a little bit more intense now? which is what we wanted. Just add a little bit. As I said, you're not going to get much more than that sort of intensity, but you can build it up. And so I've just built it up there, and now I'll dip into that again and just start to fade that. If you can hear Jelly, she's making all the noises down next to me. I think I've got to take her. God, I've got to do this week. I've got to book her in and get her checked. She's got cataracts. I think she might be getting a bit of dementia. She's happy most of the time, but sometimes she's just starting to look confused. Okay, now just softening that blend there. So that's where we're at. Now I thought I had a mint green liner, but it appears I don't. I'm really surprised at that. So I'm using just this duochrome. That's from the Beetlejuice collection from NYX. Now, this first. See that shift? Oh, that. And now see, like, look at the difference in that. Oh, Danessa Myricks. Good Lord. So I don't know if it's looking quite a yellow green there now on camera to me, but then look at my finger. So you can see, hopefully you can see how it shifts there. So in the corner of my eye, you're seeing that shift. And I'm just going to pull that across the green as well. Oof. Oh yeah. Going in now under the eye. Yeah, so you can see as I move my eye around, you can see the different shifts in that. That's what makes me very excited. It does indeed. And just going in again with that on a flat brush, just to bring it under. Now, as I'm looking at it here, it looks the exact same shade as that green, depending on, trying to get, it doesn't translate on camera, but when you look directly at it, you get almost, it looks just like, yeah, a shimmer version of that. So what I'm going to do is just pop some mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is look one. As I said, very basic, just using those two colours, but just to give you an idea of how they work and what they look like. So we'll now go into the pink. Okay, going into this pink now. Tapping that off. And I think this will look, the three together, will end up looking quite magical and mystical. Like a little bit of a sprightly fairy. Tapping that off. Working across the eyes. And you can build that up, which is good, which is what we've just been doing. So I really want to diffuse that out now. So cleaning off the brush and just starting to circle it up and out. Move down the tip of that brush to give me a bit more control over the diffusion. Working Getting back in there, working it on the side so it's a softer blend. And bringing that up into the corner near the eyebrow there, giving it that little bit of a lift. Now, it's been so hard for me not to watch anyone else's videos on this. I saw it was announced. I knew people would get it before I would, but I just didn't want to be influenced by anyone else. So same thing, using that bullet brush. I don't think it's going to intensify anymore. No. So that's fine, just go back in with that. And I do have a lilac. Yep. This is the Mecca Max Zoom Liner in lilac. Righty-ho, underneath the eye now. And I know here in Australia it's not the right time of year for this sort of release, bearing that it's very spring-like in its shadings, but I'll be saying this over the next few months when I do anything that is a very northern hemisphere colour. Who says that we can't wear spring, summery type colours, or spring, these types, in winter, in autumn or fall? And besides, some of my audience is from the northern hemisphere. So okay, this shifts. So see how this looks very close to that? That's what this one looks like when I see it. So this has, let's see, oh, pinky gold, look at that. Now, see how it looks quite frosted white pink there? When I'm looking in my mirror, it looks very, very pink. Almost a hot pink. Oh, this is a gorgeous shade. It looks very, it's similar to one of the shades she's got in there. I'll have to open up the other one in a minute and have a look. I'm trying to get the, so see how that's got a deeper pink right there? That's how, to me, looking straight ahead, it looks looking all straight on all over my lid. Okay, I have cleaned off this and going in just to add a little bit into that corner. Okay, so this is eye number 2. I just really wish that that shimmer would translate, because it is just not doing it justice to the naked eye when I'm seeing what I'm seeing on the monitor. These blended easily, or really like them. So we will go to look number 3 now. So I have just taken my eye makeup off and reapplied it. Let me tell you, that's something. So going in with look number 3 now, going into the brown. Now this one, I believe, will be more alley. So this will be the most wearable of them, I would imagine. And just diffusing out. This takes nothing to blend. her original Lightform palette did not have any mattes in it, but she did have the, oh my gosh, what are they called? Hold on. The groundwork palettes that you can use as your base. I had to grab them, couldn't think of it. Lightwork, groundwork. So you can use them. There is plenty of mattes in there to be able to use. So, like, that didn't really take anything, did it? To blend that out, I have got my magnetised mixing palette and it keeps sticking to it. I'm going in with a Chi Chi Cosmetics liner now. I will list it down below. Might have a bit of trouble sticking to it because I have had my micellar water in on my waterline there a couple of minutes ago. Now this looks really subtle. This pretty much what you're seeing is what I'm seeing there. That sort of soft brown with those silvery gold flecks through it. So, put it on the wrong finger for application on this eye. Like. So this is the most wearable, but by the same token, it's the least fun out of them. I'm just going to, like to me, I'm just going into this brown a bit more now for the outside. To me, this shimmer, whilst it is pretty, is not as mind-blowing as the other two in all reality. But it is pretty, but I think that I have prettier for neutral looks like that in other palettes. But I get it, she's catering for everyone here, and this might look better on people with different colouring, to me as well. Bearing in mind I'm a lighter shade of pale. Just on a little bit more in there. So super wearable. As you can see, I'm just going to put some mascara on this eye, then we're going to play with the colours on the other eye. So that is this third look, and as you can see, it's super neutral, super wearable. It's just a warm, neutral look. Now, let's go into the fourth look. I'm really tempted to grab her other palettes and utilise them, but we won't. We will just use what we have here, shall we? So, what is the lighter of these two? I think that pink. So let's start in the pink. And bring this up here. Will we use all the shades? Who knows? Because as per usual, I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do. I'm just letting the colours lead me, which is what I tend to do. I'll pick a colour to start with, then add to it, and then go from there and hope that my palette essentially tells me what I'm doing with it. So, bring this up here and just across the top there, just lightly over there. Clean off that brush, diffuse this out a bit more. Then back into the brush that has the pink on it and just start to pull that over just a little bit and back with that. Right, now going into the brown now, brown cow, and bringing this down here. Let's see what happens when this mixes with the other two. Is this going to create a little bit of depth, which it looks like it might do with that green? Good. Oh, not too much, but we are getting a little bit there. Going back in, just bringing that back there, bringing it forward, and then back into that. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a dark green here. Just to bring some depth into the waterline, and I think what I'll do is I'll tight line with that. It just needs a sharpening before I can do it. This is, who does the tattoo liner? Maybelline. It's a Maybelline tattoo liner. So really closing my eye on that because I want to get it right up in the lash line. You can just see a little bit there, so it's giving it a bit of depth. Okay, back into this. So what I'm going to do is dip into that brown and dip into that green and back into that brown. It's going to make a weird little colour here. Let's see, it's almost looking grey. I'm just going to it's a weird shade, but we're working with it. And then I've just dipped back into that brown again with that dampen brush. So see how we've got a little bit more depth there? Now just on that very edge where that green is now, I need to blend that. So I've just dipped back into this green. Cleaning off my brush now. And just working over that join because there was a bit of wet brown there that you can just see it's pulling a bit darker there. Bless you, my love. Okay, so underneath the eye, I think we will go here. Just pull that across there a little bit. And then we'll use the brown under the eye. Just to keep it pretty neutral there for now. Again, back in there on that inner corner piece, just to lighten up in there and pull that into that bit there. Now, okay, this, just be aware it could have a little bit of fallout. It is softly packed. And then this on the outer corner. Just pulling that across. Now where all of these meet, this brush has nothing on it. Pulling, you can see a couple of flakes, I don't know if you saw it then, come down. Pulling that across the pink. And back the other way to get, see how we try to seamlessly blend that? And then we've got these two here. So pull this, I've turned the brush over, pull it that way and then pull back that way. You want to get those two blend in. And there we go with that. So I'm just going to, I'd really like a little bit of extra depth. So I'm going to go into the, I think this is the groundwork 2, and use this second darkest. This is the cream. And just pull that along. Yeah, that's giving it a little bit of depth. And then just going into the powder. So I'm going to use something that's not in that little 6 pan. It's got to be from something else of hers. And I just wanted to give it a little bit more depth near the lash line without adding any extra colour to it. So I'm just going to go and put some, actually, and this. Just drag what's left on this just to deepen that up. I'm just going to go put some mascara on now. Okay, so this is the 4th and final look. So you can see we've got a bit happening with the colour there. The only thing, like, that looks really pretty, but I like it, love the shimmers, they're like her others. What I thought that I would love in these two actually turned out to be my least favourite. I wish this was deeper. If that had have been a much more deeper brown, to give some depth to it, then I think it would, like, I think this shimmer would look better with a deeper brown for sure. Oh, look at that. I need to put that one away. It's a great little extension. I'm looking, I'll buy them if she keeps releasing them. But as I said, I just realised it'd be really good for her next one, maybe to have, like, I'd like an extension that's just all mattes for depth. Really deep brown neutral, a really light beigey sort of colour. I know that sounds basic. And then maybe a warm, actually a warm tone, deeper brown, a dark tone, cool tone, deeper brown, and then some form of neutral beige would work really, really well. Then add whatever shimmers you want. I don't care. I'd get it. But I mean, I do like that look. I just don't know if this is for everyone. That, to me, yeah, that's a bit of a letdown to me compared to the rest. Is it worth it? If you wear it, it probably is. It might be a really nice way to dip your toe into the Danessa Myricks formula from, if you didn't get this one, and you want to try and see what the fuss is about. And also if you're nervous about colour, like this is just me with the amount of neutral browns that I have, with the amount of shimmery products that I have. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? So, what did you think? Was this what you expected? Did you like it? Was it a little less than what you expected? Jury's still out for me on this one. I do love these two shimmers, and I do really like these colours. Just, I will use them with something like this or her other palette to really get some depth into that. So until next time, my friends, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends. Come along, hang out, subscribe. Please tell me what you thought down below, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.